have that little bit of a thing hovering in front of it. So no Talia. It'll be a Zir instead for Maple. So some powerful scaling in the solo lanes of TS. Little baby chickens. Boogie gets level 3 now after visiting mid.
I like that he actually just walked mid and leached a little XP to hit 3 there, though. That's actually really smart. So gonna be able to grab that, and that allows him to keep fighting with Pioshik. If you're level 2, you can't actually scrap with that level 3 set 20. That would be a bit risky, but Chive going down!
Wow!
The game. Maybe you need to play Halo Blades Callista instead of Lethal Temple to get the advantage. Just trying to...
Bubble.
Nice catch there on the bubble from the Nami. Core JJ sets it up for Yon to just pick up another.
And fortunately, even though he invested time in the bottom side, bot lane's been... it looks doomed.
Also, a really nice first Drake for them to be able to get, right? But Core JJ throws out an ulti of his own. Pioshik comes over the wall. They look for the chain CC, but Boogie can get out of the way there with his flash. He's barely alive, but Akali's coming in, and she looks hungry for blood. Harry picks up one. Can he find a second? Tries to get it, but he won't. TSM make it a 1-for-1 play.
Fantastic smoke screen there by Boogie, making sure that Harry couldn't use his point and click
down. Harry trying to finish it off with the R2, but it's flashed by Neo, so nice flash keeps the Kalista alive. Is that 1-for-1? But it's Boogie who claims the Dragon. It's the second one there for TSM now, so despite TL being in the driver's seat on that bottom side, it is TSM.
Liquid, they got that first one. They're looking to maintain control over that second. As Summit goes for the slam into the wall on Maple. He shuffled back into the turret. Cross-map arrow just going to seal his fate. They give the shutdown over to Boogie.
Trying to actually push him back into that corridor. Or if he was able to actually shoot it out late enough. But it is Pioshik here, and they're TPing back in.
And Boogie has no way out. Remember, the flash still down.
Pay attention to the Ashe Arrow. Pay attention to the Ornal when it comes up. It is not available yet.
Oh boy. We might not have an Ashe Arrow at all, my friend. Chime. Oh, wow. Clutch save there from Neo. Harry's going to look for the end anyway, and he finds it, jumps right back.
So I'm not sure if Neo is actually in range, but it's nice to see at least the Ashe is walking up with the Fate's Call. I do think we want to press the button a little earlier or stay a little closer together.
And that was a very important pick for the side of Team Liquid because now they guarantee that they get that third Drake of the game. They stopped it. Horn summoned up. Solo there, gets stunned by Pioshik. They tried to use it so he couldn't get the R2, but the timing wasn't quite where it needed to be. Now Maple jumps in. He really wants Summit here, trying to get on top of him so he can summon up the soldiers. Ends up committing the flash, and it's Boogie point blank range with the 12 gauge, takes him out. But now Maple has committed a lot to make that play happen, and he finds himself behind enemy lines, but backed up by his own man. TSM moving as a unit.
Even if they don't get that kill, they're pushing up that tier 1 top, so they delay the bases. They buy time for someone to work on the tier 2 mid as well. The TP comes in from Maple, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be like a little bit too late, if they could actually chase in on this, but Maple just hard commits to it. Yon on the other side spends the culling, doesn't really get that much done, and now Summit. Jungle quadrant, and be ready for an Next Protection Dragon here.
Pioshik's gonna move up. They find Callista this time. They know that she can save the Ashe, but she cannot save herself.
1K gold per blade, I believe. It's pretty good. They are going through the bottom lane. I actually like that TSM's committed to just pushing through bot lane here and saying, you know what, you want to take my mid tower? Go ahead and take it. I want this dragon for it. So if Summit shows mid, we're just going to bulldozer down this dragon as 5 people.
But look at the positioning here from TL. They're trying to threaten flanks from multiple sides. Summit from the top, Harry from the bottom, trying to look for this pincer play. Harry now is trying to approach. Can he actually get in there?
TL's going in. Summit has no Mega Gnar. Core JJ's already committed the ulti. He's going to get back away. There's a lot of damage poured in for TSM. TL, you got to be more careful than this. Pioshik nearly killed. Harry tries to run. 200 HP left on the Team Liquid mid laner. TSM just stops them in their tracks.
Like I mentioned, without the culling, there's nothing that's really creating space for the TL flankers to go in.
Oh
As the Mega Gnar goes in, everything is flashed.
Summit, that was not the angle you needed, buddy. I saw it in his eyes, but so did TSM. They were ready. They respond.
Harry?
But now Harry's trying to get something.
He's got nothing, though.
He's still not got enough damage to pick up any of these kills. Now he's finally going to get Chime. Neo will kite him out. They'll trade 1-for-1 there. The support for the mid laner. It's 3 dead on TL. It's 2 dead on TSM. And they'll take the objective.
Remaining after that play. Back to live. Another Ashe Arrow connects.
Here we go. They found a pick potentially on the Pioshik. He does not escape this time. A killing spree for Neo. And Faithful's ready to make it too.
right over by it. They
Oh,
get
this Baron, sorry. Contesting this Baron is just desperation. You're never getting this. Ornn's going to walk into the culling and tank it completely. A hero play from Harry is necessary to turn this around.
He finds the E onto Boogie. He may be able to assassinate the jungler, but the Gore Drinker keeps him alive. TSM, they'll get the Baron. They lose their jungler. They trade him 1-for-1 for the enemy mid, and now they'll see if they can grab
It feels great. You get punished by Gnar for 15 minutes straight. You hate your life, and then now you're just winning the game because you picked Ornn into Gnar, and the game wasn't over.
Well,
15 minutes of punishment, it's not enough.
He threads the needle on the Ornn ulti there.
You're giving them about 2,400 to 3K gold worth of value. That plus the 3 dragons. TSM is well and truly in the lead with a scaling advantage probably.
Their maneuver to catch these guys. Summit still potentially in harm's way here. Ash Arrow comes out. Follow-up knockup coming in from Solo. Culling does a lot of damage over to Neo, and Harry's ready to jump into the back line. Neo stays alive. Harry's right back on him. The shutdown over to Core JJ. Chime's gonna die next, and Team Liquid does the alley-oop. There's the scoop. Boogie's down. TL gets 3 for nothing, and Core ain't done. He interrupts the charge away from Solo. It might take a whole damn clip, but Jan's got enough bullets for him this time. Solo will drop, and it's Team Liquid, of course, getting 4.
That is huge for TL. They find the angle to get the...
Continue playing the game, but League officials are continuing to also investigate in the background to make sure the lag doesn't influence anything going forward from this point, because
Being able to block the culling when he doesn't have this item to when he does, it's not to say that he can't block it, it's going to stay.
Oh! What a good shot, man!
My God.
Maple's still making his way over, so TSM approaching slowly and carefully. It's Solo who will just walk his way up there. Summit transformed into the Mega Gnar for only a couple moments longer. Now that he reverts to Mini, there's your arrow. It finds Pioshik, that's the tank. But TSM's not too worried about it. Nice read on Jan's dash from Solo, but nobody else is in range to follow it up. Now Harry looks for his opportunity to go in, jukes out that Shurima shuffle, and Harry has to go golden trying to survive. TSM pushes forward, Harry dives to Chime. Summit now running away angle here, but he has no Narbar, so it's not like he can jump in and do a whole lot about this. Pioshik wants to try to steal, but it won't happen. It's secured by Neo, and TSM have the Infernal Soul. Jan's got nowhere to go. He's dead in the middle of 5, and TSM is controlling this.
It's a great force from TSM. They know that Harry has to get up, has to be able to TP into that fight for them to really be able to take it. So all TL can do is look for the 50-50, and now Summit is caught.
Summit trying to kite this one out, maybe turn it around! There's TSM from grabbing this Baron here. He knows it. You gotta think TL's gonna go in and try to steal, but TSM DPS is slowly so that they're ready to counterattack as Pioshik makes his entrance. Now they're gonna secure the Baron. Boogie's got the smite. Pioshik tries to get away, but he's already down. Summit has to disengage and hop back over the wall as TSM need to be careful here. Neo forced both summoners as he disengages. TSM get themselves another Baron.
My God, this is here damage is disgusting. Is there?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the scoreboard, and he doesn't have a death cap, but I swear he hits people for 2 or 3 times. They're almost dead instantly. Ash Arrow connects, 2 hits from his ear, and you're going home. It's actually really incredible. I actually think they might be pushing for an end here. Probably, I would say you should recall here, but they're posturing mighty aggressively.
Yes, sir, they are. TSM 5v4 for the next 15 seconds. There's your Ornhorn. Harry trying to find a valuable target as the arrow flies out, but Chime won't hit anybody. Half HP on him. Solo's low, but Harry's down. 1-for-1. Traded top for mid here in the defense. Team Liquid.
It's definitely not in your favor, so we try to make a miracle happen here, but so close, yet so far.
Yeah, tries to get in there. Felt like he had to go for it. They can feel the game slipping away. Summit in the side lane, trying to create some pressure, trying to make something happen. As it is TSM pushing through top here. Looking really strong, honestly. I think, a much stronger TSM than people were expecting to come out here. People
Absolutely.
had them, down towards the bottom of the standings, and TL up towards the top. But it's TSM that withstood the early game and is now looking like they are in full control of this one.
They're looking at the Nexus.
Yeah, they just want to end this game. They're using the TP on the minion to guarantee they're able to tank up the Nexus turrets for a longer amount of time. First Nexus turret's already down. Core JJ with a nice bubble there onto Boogie, followed up with the Glacial Prison, but they can't go in far enough to get the kill. Summit is down. Neo's got it, and now Team Liquid stands 4v5. TSM is not seriously injured. Harry's trying to get somebody, but Chime's only going to be saved by Neo's ulti yet again. The Akali is down. There goes everybody else. Maple with the shuffle, TSM with the scuffle, and